have Angst Party with us today, an alternative rock band from Durban who chooses fun over fear. Mika, Brett, Kat, and Adam. At band practice, you accidentally summon the spirit of music who decides the fate of Angst Party. He's feeling kind, so he gives you a choice. You can either be remembered by the world as a one-hit wonder, or you can only ever reach a local audience. Which path do you take?
I'd rather reach the local audience, to be honest, just for the sense of community. Yeah.
Brett, what do you choose?
Mine's a two-parter, so mine would be local, obviously first, because that's where we are, and then hopefully eventually international one day. Yeah.
Adam, what about you?
I'm definitely taking the one-hit wonder and dining out on that for the rest of my life.
Kat?
Yeah.
Are you going to take it to a tie or?
Definitely. I'm with the one-hit wonder because off that one-hit wonder, I can secure work that's just going to keep me going for the rest of my life as well. So I think that's the best way to go.
What do you guys usually do in this scenario? How do you, if you disagree on something, what do you do as a tiebreaker?
Freddy
the Chicken.
Freddy the Chicken.
Yeah, Freddy's the decider. He's like the one that usually, just calm down, dude. He's the one that usually like comes and like gets involved and it's like the tiebreaker, and he's the one that makes a decision. He's the boss. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to imagine both paths. Which song would be the one hit of your current catalog? And if you had the local renown, which festival would you headline first?
Well, I'll pick the song. I think just because it's going to be fresh and it's dropping on the 31st of May, then Yellow to Red, our upcoming single, would be the one that I'd like to hit the one-hit wonder.
I'd agree with that.
I'd also agree with that, but then we've also got another one in the background that's also going to be coming out soon that I also like, or Boots Off. That one's also got quite a cool one.
I definitely think that Yellow to Red is our potential hit song. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. We can be a two-hit wonder.
As for the festival to head up, I think I'd like to do either Daisies or Opie Kopi. That would be ideal.
I don't think Opie Kopi is happening anymore.
It's fine. I'll bring it back.
Regardless, I think headlining, if we're talking about headlining, Splashy is quite awesome festival to be headlining. Yeah.
I quite like the look and the vibe of Up the Creek.
Yes.
Up the Creek, yeah.
Yes.
But Splashy as well, and Rocking the Daisies, definitely. We haven't, I've never been to Rocking the Daisies, but that would be awesome.
Yes.
We can do that.
Plus we get to travel to go to.
Yeah, that's it.
Up the Creek.
That's it. Get our music out there. That's the thing, yeah.
And then after that, Glastonbury.
Yeah.
Straight after that.
Next day.
Yeah.
Only on the main stage though, yeah?
Main stage, yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, this tour is looking incredible so far. Can we take it back to the beginning for a little bit? Angst Party was formed in 2022, if I'm correct. Brett joined a year ago, so tell me how you've all gotten together.
So Adam and I met about 2 years ago, and I think it was March 2022. Through mutual friends, we both wanted to start a band again. Adam hadn't played in a band for more than 10 years, I think. Is that correct, Adam?
Yeah, since I've been in the country, really.
Correct, because Adam was in the UK. He'd been involved in in the scene a lot. So Adam hadn't played for 10 years. He was keen, and myself too. And we took a while to find a drummer and a bassist. We did find them, and it didn't work out with the bassist. I called Kat, who was in a previous band with me as a guitarist. He joined as a bassist. And then we had little issues with the drummer at the time. And then I asked Brett to join. And then Brett joined. And then when Brett joined, it's kind of when we started feeling like a proper band that gelled properly. Yeah.
Aww.
So it's almost like we're a year old.
Yeah, I'd say that it's been nice to have our anniversary recently.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, so we played at Cinco de Mayo at Westville Warehouse exactly 1 year after we played that same event with Brett as his first gig at Cinco de Mayo at Westville Warehouse. Same event, Cinco de Mayo. Quite a full circle.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I can imagine your sound has almost solidified or developed during that time. I'm curious, what have you learned working with each other as a four-piece?
Well, I've learned that working in a group is hard. Honestly, like each of us have slightly differing like inspirations in our backgrounds and our influences musically, as well as in life. We've got different things, and that seeps into our play styles and how we approach music. And some things we align, and other things, we have differing viewpoints. And it's always interesting to see how an idea changes from someone else's viewpoint, because it always, I don't know, sometimes it improves the sound. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't work as well, but, more often than not, as far as I've seen, we've released how many songs? Like 4 now, and still a bunch more to come. And each of them are so different from the next. We've just got such a wide range of, range.
Yeah, there's a lot of range.
I think what's cool as well is, like you said there, Kat, is sometimes we'll write a song and it might just be a very, very short idea from one of us, taking War, for instance.
Oh, yeah.
And it came together in like half an hour and it was done. And then we've got a song at the moment that we are going to be recording soon. Its working title is 4 Down. And we've had that knocking around for the best part of 6-7 months now. And it's only now we've kind of worked it out between us where we like it to be. So I don't think there's one roadmap for each and every song with the amount of influences that we've got between us.
Yeah, it can always change. Yeah.
What's great is that an idea can come from any of us. Sometimes it's based on the bass line that Kat would have in his mind. For example, Yellow to Red, it's been a bass line that, Kat, you've had it in your mind for a long time, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And same with Adam. He's got some ideas. Brett's had this idea for War, and sometimes I have an idea, yeah. So it's cool. It's we share the inspiration. It's about whether something sounds cool and interesting. Yeah.
Or whether we gel with it or not as well. I mean, if we don't agree with it, then we don't agree with it. I mean, we don't want each other to feel uncomfortable in the song. I mean, we want to be able to enjoy ourselves when we play the song, even when it comes to lyrics and all of that stuff. I mean, we've done all of those things together.
Yeah.
And once it's sort of out of writing phase, do you allow yourself to still make changes? Like maybe you write a song in rehearsal, but then you take it to stage and you realize, oh, we need a back and forth chorus here, or people aren't really picking up the vibe, so we need to make a change and make it more obvious. Do you sort of have that relationship with the performance aspect where you're taking into account how the audience is responding and taking it back to the writing room?
I think so. I don't think it's necessarily as deliberate as that. I mean, certainly myself, once we've started playing and we're blooding the songs live, I might change my parts here and there just to make it more organic, or just add a bit of dynamics. And I know Kat does the same and seems to make his bass lines harder every single time he plays them. And I know Mika with his vocals spends quite a lot of time changing the words over a period of time, and Brett as well, I think, likes changing his drum beats and upsetting me and Kat as we play live as well. So it's all, we kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, definitely evolve over time. As Adam has said, you play it live and you start to hear
you feel it
in the moment. It feels, different, and you start to take it to a different place. And for me personally, as we go into recording as well, obviously in some venues you can't hear as well, so you just play what you practiced. But in a recording session, you can listen back and be like, oh, actually I can improve that, or you get new ideas. at the recording stage, and then it evolves again, So
Yeah.
I feel like at some point the songs keep evolving until you kind of let go. You accept what's there.
What I've found really interesting about the recording aspect is live we're a 4-piece with only one guitar. But then when it comes to recording, then obviously
you get to add,
I've got an opportunity there to have more than one guitar. So playing around with extra guitar parts in the studio becomes quite a lot of fun. But then I've got to make a decision: is which ones am I going to play live?
Yeah, you got to make sure it's not too difficult and technical as well, because then how are you going to play it live?
I do my best.
Otherwise,
yeah. We do work out a lot of the parts and energy of the song, whether it feels good or not, in the band room, just going over it a few times. There's a lot of like back and forth in the band room, like, let's try this, let's try that.
We're good as well because we record ourselves in the band room and listen back to it and kind of get to feel the song from the outside rather than being completely lost in the moment.
Yeah.
So then what do you do to keep the energy flowing in studio? It seems like you guys enjoy going back and tinkering. So how do you keep energy when maybe you've been spending the whole day? Are there any things that you guys do together to get it back to that upbeat vibe?
Well, I can say I don't like tinkering too much. I like to get it done and sorted out once and for all. Especially with the drums, because it's the main part, especially in the beginning. And then sometimes, especially with the click track, it can get a bit on the head, and then the mind gets to you sometimes. So it's nice to have a bit of a break from it and come back. But I don't know. Maybe the other guys like it in the studio, staying in there a lot. I don't like it too much. I like to do my thing and leave.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've certainly picked up on the last couple. Is it's been great to like be in the studio, obviously, while you're tracking your drums and like with Cat tracking his bass, and it brings the energy to the song that we are in, essentially trying to be a live performance almost. But then I really enjoy going away and taking the stems, and in my own time and in my own at home, I find that I get a better performance just being at home, surrounding my wife and my kid, and just in my own space and working out at home, and then doing a reamp in the studio to get the sound that I want. And it just allows that better balance and time without the stress and the pressures of sitting in a studio trying to crack out the perfect take.
Yeah, that's true. So in some cases, it's easier to do it. Certain songs in certain parts, you kind of have to do it multiple times. And in that way, for me personally, I don't really want to sit and waste everyone's time while I go over my part 15 times. So I'd rather take it home and do it there. And with that, I have a bit of a background in, music production. And so I align very much with that tinkering aspect. I can sit with a track or sit with just a single stem and, process it to death. And at the same time, I can, appreciate the organic feel of a certain take, and we can go ahead and use that for a track. So sometimes studio time can be a number of days, and sometimes I can get it in 10 minutes, so it varies again on that aspect.
I think it would be a bit easier if we weren't working and stuff like that. We all got jobs and stuff, and families and everything. So if we were like these full-blown musicians, full-time and everything, it would be a bit different. We could obviously lay down things and not worry about time and money and all of those other issues.
So then how do you know when a song is finished? Because there's also the parts where, you have to get the mix right, and maybe, you have to give it space because of ear fatigue. What's that little feeling that you get when it's done?
I call it the goosebumps.
If Mika's happy.
I was going to say, we all have different feelings. I'm a bit of a how you say?
Pedantic.
I don't know what the word is, but I just struggle to let go of a song until I feel like my voice comes through in the right way. it's quite difficult to sort of let go of that. But yeah, sometimes you have to learn to let go. But yeah, it slows down the sort of completion process if the mixes that we get are not like speaking to me in a way that I prefer. But it's also the process of recording and mixing and the feedback with a studio has a huge impact on that, because that sort of helps with like being happy with the release. The producers is like more focused on making sure that everyone's 100% happy. Yeah.
I mean, I don't aim for 100% happy. I'll aim for like 80% happy, maybe 75.
I'll take 80% happy every time. For me, it becomes a little bit of it's diminishing returns, because you're never going to have everybody 100% happy. But the 80% mark, that's when, for me, I get the goosebumps, and I'm like, I can hear it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, the goosebumps, yeah.
Yeah, if I was really being pedantic, I might change my guitar tone there, but at the end of the day, the song has got to get out there and be allowed to live and breathe on its own. And if we don't release, then nobody's going to hear it.
You could always remix it.
Exactly, yeah. There's always opportunities in the future.
Yeah, you could always do stuff too, yeah.
What Adam said there, letting it breathe, it's all well and good that we get to a point where it's like, hey, we like this track and let's put it out, or let's record it. It's always good to have an external opinion on, what we've done, so that we know from an external point, what it sounds like to someone else. And if at some day, in some cases, we take somebody's, a trusted opinion on what we've done, someone, let's say, or someone close to us, or someone who we know has a good ear for music, we can have them listen to the track, and then they'll give us feedback and say, this is great, or, I'll change this, then that. And we can take that, or we can leave it, honestly, because we have an aim on where we want the song to go.
Yeah, because sometimes it can just change the whole song completely, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not going to evolve in a vacuum, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not going to go where it has to be.
Do you think our ability to sort of make and release our own music, like just upload it when it's done, has kind of condensed that creative cycle? Because there used to be sort of this period where you could perform your songs and really test the waters, and make changes before you like laid them down and finally released them. Because I see you guys have been sort of releasing singles every few months. So is that part of an algorithmic pressure that's on you to just let these songs go? Would you otherwise, sit with them for years? Because some people do.
I think it's a strategy. It's like a way of keeping the audience captured and stuff. If you keep them waiting like every year, we're going to have an album release every year or something like this every year. I think it's good to keep the audience captured. Like, hey, look, we've got a track coming out this month. We've got a track coming out another month. We've got a track coming out this month. It keeps the crowd and it keeps the audience captivated, I think. Like even with music videos and all of that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and it allows us as well to, an album's got to and even an EP to a certain extent has got to be cohesive as a whole, as a piece of art. And what I really enjoy with the singles, certainly at the moment, and given, we do have jobs and other commitments outside of it.
It's a variety of the music.
Yeah, every song can be completely different. And so far, every song is completely different.
Yeah.
If and when we do like the Hard Way and Fall Down and get them down as well. We've got quite a diverse range from those songs. And so I think for now, the single approach is actually quite nice for us. People are getting to hear our music rather than us sitting on it and waiting to release an album.
Yeah, and especially with the new way that social media works now with TikTok and all these other things now, it helps a lot. If someone's seeing something coming out every month, they'll want to use that track for something, or anything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. I was gonna break into that aspect of people's attention spans lately. have decreased due to
Yes.
the factor of these videos that are coming out. People have time for up to 30 seconds of, attention, and then they're going to scroll on to the next thing. So we need to make a way to keep that attention. And the strategy I think we've come up with is ideal for what we want to do.
Yeah, I think the method of holding on to recorded tracks to release an EP or an album is not very suitable for this day and age. Release maybe one song, maybe two songs at a time, and then compile that in an EP with a couple of extra songs. Not just release, I don't know, it's different. I don't know if it's the same as before, but yeah, you can just release more singles and then add 2 or 3 songs to an EP.
So then what made you choose War as your debut single, considering that you do have other material already written?
It was our first song, I think, that we recorded, actually. Yeah. We recorded in my room at home.
I mean, that was completely self-produced. I mean, you'd come into the band and you'd brought War in. We'd pulled it together and we decided, okay, well, we need to get something out there. And it was more a song to kind of get gigs and have something that was recorded and we could submit to venues, say, listen, do you like our song? Can we play here, kind of thing. So we recorded it. The drums were done in the band room. The bass was done at Kat's place. The guitars were done at my place, and the vocals were done at Mika's place. And we just released it for something. And at that time, I think it was the poppiest, rockiest combination that we had. That was a good representation of us as a band.
Yeah, on that aspect, we are, as much as we've been, going for a year, I think we'll say we are still very much a new band. And so we need to kind of build out and having consistent releases, is something that will have our name in multiple conversations, and people will tell their friends, hey, this band that I like, they dropped a song and they're dropping another one next month. And people will be like, yeah, already? Oh, that means these guys might have some substance, so I think it's a conversation point and definitely will get our name out there quicker.
Yeah. What I think people might find interesting about our songs that we're releasing out is that, as mentioned already, they're all quite different from each other. And people might even get a little bit confused, what is what is their genre, which, we don't want to be boxed into a genre, and to show the variety of what we can do, I think is something that, I don't know, I kind of take pride in. And might set us apart a little bit. Yeah, and then the fact of releasing them one after each other shows the variety.
Yeah, I mean, that variety certainly keeps me engaged. I can't imagine I wouldn't want to be in a band, I don't think, where every single song was the same 4 chords, just played in a different order, maybe. I think I would possibly end up shooting myself in the face.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say something like that.
But yeah, it's nice to have that variety. Others, you get a bit, you do get a bit bored. You start hating on yourself, or not on yourself, but on other people sometimes. But yeah, it just gets a bit frustrating. It's nice to have that variety. It keeps you on your toes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say, it's not again, it's something that's happened organically. It's from my perspective, it's kind of a respect to the music rather than us deliberately making a decision to have every track different. So we've taken an idea, we've heard, hey, this track, I think I could add this to it, and build the song up, rather than saying, hey, it needs to be specifically this, and then that needs to differ from the previous track in this way. No, it's just been we have an idea, and this idea, I have this to play on it. Does it work? No, let me try something different. And eventually we have a song together. And that's kind of how it's progressed over the past year.
We still haven't had a French song though. We still haven't had Mika doing any song. We need some lyrical fantasy from
some French word.
French song.
There's no je t'aime.
Yeah,
There's no Jetem.
That's it. We need it.
I'll bring out all the cheesy French words that you guys know.
We need the baguettes and the croissants.
Croissant. Yeah, well done, Kat.
Oh, oui.
Croissant, not croissant. Yeah,
Croissant.
yeah. I guess we'll bring that in at some point just for fun. We want to have fun as well, and that's what for me. Trying to do different songs, different genres. We're even thinking about doing a disco-ish song at some point. Yeah, keeps it fun and interesting.
And that's what we do, yeah. Freddy agrees.
Okay, so you've mentioned allowing yourselves to experiment and have fun with each song. Angst Party, the name is contradictory, but it has a deeper meaning. So tell me about how it links to the philosophy of the band.
Well, we obviously, having started the band together, we came up with a name. It took a while. We had lots of weird suggestions, but as Adam will probably say as well, end of the day, a band is not remembered for the name. It's more for the music that they create and the sort of the traction that they get in a sort of market audience. And but the name itself, Angst, came up. We thought, that's quite a sort of, how you say, controversial maybe word, or it just kind of catches your attention. And then we wanted to,
I think it was a poignant word at the time. We're on the back end of COVID. We'd just had the floods in Durban.
Yes.
We'd had the riot in Durban. So it was a very much a word of the moment, if you like.
Yes. I don't know if the wars had started in Ukraine.
Yeah, they had done. Started 2022, yeah.
Yeah. So the cultural context, obviously, it made it feel relevant.
What about the party side?
And then the party side, yeah.
Party side, I think, well, we were looking for something a bit more lighthearted to go with it. We had some other funny suggestions that were quite lengthy. I think it was Angst with a side of tacos that came from Adam. And then it was Angst and the jalapenos. I suggested that just, I don't know, to make it sound a bit lighthearted and fun. And then we settled on Angst Party. It was a suggestion by my sister, actually, just to make it shorter. And yeah, it fit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think going back to what you were saying as well about band names not being memorable, that's not quite my take on it. My take is that I don't think a band name is all that. Think of, I've used the example in the past. The Beatles, for instance, is a terrible band, but they made amazing music and seen as being a great band name because of what they did.
There's a band called Cake as well, and they've got some pretty famous songs that are out there. I mean, and yeah, it's just, I don't care about the name. Yeah.
It's a terrible name, Cake. But a great band.
Yeah, that's it.
Do an awesome cover of I Will Survive by Gaynor.
But a few people have told us that they like our band name. So that's, that's cool.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Which is what we are. We are different.
Special.
Yeah.
When did Freddy the Chicken join the band?
Oh, Freddy can answer that.
When we wrote Priest Frightening.
I thought Freddy started the band. Isn't this his band? I thought, yeah.
It's Freddy's band. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I know that when we wrote Priest Frightening, that's when we started using him in the band room. We have a song, Priest Frightening, which we haven't recorded or released yet. But I think I grabbed him. I saw him, I grabbed him, and I started pressing him, playing him in the microphone. And we all started finding it super funny. And
yeah, because he was there the whole time. He was waiting to be for his moment. He was waiting for his moment. And I think Peace Frightening was his song. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You agree? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like soon after Brett joined, because Freddy lives with Brett.
Yeah, he lives in the band room. I have to go and tame him down sometimes because he does cause a bit of nonsense in there. But yeah, he's a good companion.
Yeah. And you'll notice that we've made him a bit of a symbol, a mascot.
Like a mascot, yeah.
In the artwork as well.
So I take it then the song Wings is about Freddy. I mean, it's definitely his song. Even if he wasn't there when it was written, it was about him. It's for him. He wrote it, actually. All the parts are played by him.
Yeah, he agrees to Wings and he loves that song, but he just he was actually in the studio for some of the songs. He did some backing vocals and stuff, but I wasn't sure if he made the parts and some of the things. But he was just a bit of a chaotic person in the studio, but he had a good time.
It's actually quite a coincidence that the word wings and chicken, chicken wings,
Wangs.
Wine.
is it's quite fitting, but no, it was quite unrelated. Wings was a song that we had played with from the very beginning of putting the band together with the previous band members when Kat joined. And yeah, it's took about a year for us to sort of put it together properly, and then a bit longer to then get it recorded.
In Wings, you say, so many dreams caught in my wings. So considering you've already won Battle of the Bands, what's one of your dreams for Angst Party going forward?
Glastonbury.
Wembley.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wembley, Glastonbury, somewhere just like international, just to get us out there. Like even like we were saying earlier, like that one hit wonder, that just that song to get us out there. I mean, it's awesome playing the local stuff, but I mean, to get into that international environment, that'll be awesome.
Well, what's quite funny at the moment is the stats on our songs on Spotify. Our biggest audience is actually in Helsinki.
Yeah, we saw that we were talking about that. Yeah,
so we're going to go and play in the Arctic
to a trip.
Yeah, I mean, just going to like a different country. I mean, to Europe would be like, for me, like awesome, you know. And
it'd be awesome, yeah.
Just playing any little festival, you know, that would be so awesome if they're willing to pay for our costs, you know. Hell yeah.
Yeah, obviously, if costs are covered, that's awesome, because obviously travel is expensive, unfortunately, and accommodation and all that. But yeah, I mean, if we can, there's Back a Buddy and all these other campaigns that you can do now. So, I mean, there's always a way. There's sponsors, there's different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think the dream is that, you know, our music connects with more people. And we get the opportunity to perform our music to more people in a live setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People singing our songs back to us. That would be a big thing for me.
Yo, that'd be awesome. Yeah, when you just stop and the whole crowd is just singing back to you, that's what you want.
That's when I'll cry.
You'll cry. Okay.
Okay, so then build this lineup with me. Angst Party is headlining at Sludge Fest in Helsinki. Who else is playing? Let's get one suggestion from each of you. My offering would be Rough Magic or Crash in the Void.
Ooh. I like that. I'll say I'll put in Alt J. I'd love to play a show with them. If they could come in, I'd be very happy.
So if I had an option of maybe two bands or something, I'd have a local band with us that would travel with us, and then maybe like an international artist. We've got Dwayne's band that Kat actually helped out with.
Grim Riddle.
Oh, Grim Riddle, yeah, they're quite cool. I mean, they got a nice set of original stuff going as well. I mean, I'd actually want to do a gig with them soon.
Mm.
And then international artists, I mean, there's Incubus, there's Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, they seem to be hitting the scene up at the moment. And yeah, I'm a big fan of them as well. I've managed to watch them both live, and they're awesome.
I think from the local bands at the moment, I'd like to go with what were the Lion, the Bear, and the Panther. Having seen a couple of weeks ago, I thought they were phenomenal. They were really good, really energetic, and really put on a good show. And then if I was to pick a dream to play with, it would be I'd want to play with Dave Grohl. He can come and cover a song of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I gotta cover a song of ours. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. I'd say local band, Grim Riddle. I'm really fond of them. We're good friends with them, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then, as international band, I'm kind of like Brett. So Grim Riddle and Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. Been a fan of them for a long time. Yeah. If Audio Slave was there, they might be very close second. Yeah.
So LJ, Grim Riddle, Incubus, Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Lion, the Bear, and the Panther, Dave Grohl, Audio Slave, and Angst Party. What a festival.
I think that would be rad.
I'd watch that.
There's some goosebumps.
In the Arctic Circle.
Yes. Okay. What are you guys working on? What can we look forward to?
For tomorrow, believe it or not, it's a collab, and it's going to remain somewhat secret for the time being. But we're recording our music video for Yellow to Red in support of that release on the 31st of May, and it's a collab with capoeira artists. So we're recording that tomorrow, doing that shoot tomorrow, and then we're still waiting on our video editor in-house to finish our music video for Go Again.
Hint.
I'm not naming names anymore.
No. I'm just that's why I just said hint.
Yeah. And Boots Off, guys. Boots Off.
Yeah, Boots Off. That's what I was saying. Boots Off is going to be awesome as well. That's like one of my favorite songs as well, especially just because it's got cowbell on it.
Yeah, and that's fully recorded, so that's just in the mix process. And then we've got 3 or 4, maybe even 5 other ones to record and get out as well.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Got lots to come, bro.
Cowbell and capoeira. That's awesome. Last question before we wrap up the episode. How does Angst Party throw a party? Like, what's on the playlist? Are there snacks?
Well, we haven't thrown a party yet. We actually need to do a proper gig, an angst party. I think that'd be quite a cool gig to do.
like a house party.
Yeah, angst party.
There's definitely a braai involved, for sure. Beers,
kegs,
apple sour.
Yeah, what is that Mauritian thing that you brought for Adam a few months ago? I definitely have a few bottles of that.
the rum.
Yeah, that rum. Oh, that was nice.
Oh, it was horrific.
And now different.
So you
their heads again.
You pretended to like it, Adam, on the night, just to let you know.
Oh, it was the next day that it was bad.
Yeah,
that's in a sense.
get you the next day.
Like the apple sours me and Kat had.
Yeah.
But I think definitely an angst party is in order.
Yeah, let's make that happen.
Sweet. Party at Brett's. Guys, which track from Angst Party should we play out with?
Go Again.
Yeah.
I think so. Go Again is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, Go Again.
Such a cool song to sing along to.
Dope. Okay, where can people find you and get a hold of your music? Give us the handles.
So it's at angstparty_band for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well. Although I'm not sure if Facebook is like a different thing, maybe a different URL.
No, Facebook's just Angst Party. Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook's just Angst Party. We also have a website with all that information there, our latest news, and it's www.angstparty.co.za.
Yeah, and that'll link to the YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everything else. Spotify, iTunes, Deezer, wherever.
Yeah, straight from the website.
Yeah, so we do have music on YouTube as well, YouTube Music, and we have a channel for videos as well. It's the same channel. And that's where we'll put the full-length music video for Yellow to Red. So we'll mention that and link that as everywhere that we can, But everything's on the website.
Sweet. And for everything Sludge, visit sludgeunderground.com. check out our blog and get a beanie for winter. Mika, Brett, Adam, Kat, thank you for hanging out and sharing your music with us. It's been rad, guys. Thank you for listening, everyone. This is Go Again by Angst Party.
It's time to make a change, 'cause things are never